Hey guys, welcome to my second video about Apache Camel. If you haven't watched my previous episode, please watch it. Today what we are going to do is, let's see how we can use Camel to copy file from one location to another location. Having said that, Camel is not a file copying or dedicated tool for file transfer mechanism, but we can use it if in case required for any of our scenarios during our programming. So let's see how we can do that. So I'm going to use IntelliJ and Maven and JDK 1.8 to do this. So let's start. I'm going to click next and I'm going to give a file name. Let's call it it's not file name, it's a project name. Let's call it file copy, and here is the form file automatically generated. So let's do one thing. Let's copy paste the dependencies that I have used in my previous video. Let me copy paste that from my local machine. So it's the same dependency that we have used in my previous video. It is the dependencies for the Apache Camel core. Let's do a refresh to refresh the dependencies, and now let's add a package. Let's call it com.ajl-tech.camel.examples. And now let's create a class. Let's call it file copy app. Let's create a main method, and let me copy paste some of the source code which I have used in my previous example to make it simple. So we have the camel context created, and let me import these classes. So we have the camel context created. I have added the route, and I'm going to handle the exceptions. And now let's set up the config method. So what I'm going to do here is, so what we are going to do is, we are going to copy file from one location to another location. So file, let's say target. So I will say target. This is my source directory, input dir to the destination, which is file target output directory dir. Just to avoid confusion, the target folder mentioned over here is the build directory target folder. We are going to put the input directory and the output directory inside the build target folder. So now we have the setup for copying file from one location to another location. Let me make some more changes over here. I'm going to add a while loop. So what this will do is, it is going to poll this particular input directory location every 1 second. So I'm going to add a thread.sleep. So now the setup is done. So let's try to run it. So it's running. Now if you refresh the target folder, you can see the input directory is created automatically. Since nothing is there in this folder, it didn't copy anything to the output directory, and it's not created the output directory as well. So let's add a test file inside this test.txt and see and refresh, reload. So you can see that the file is copied into the output directory, and if you look at the input directory, whatever we have, that particular test.txt file is automatically archived into the .camel folder. If you don't need to archive this, what you need to do is, you need to add a question mark on argument over here, and you need to type like NOOP, that's for no operation, equal to true. So it will not copy the file from the source folder to the archive folder. Now let's try to run it. Before that, we need to stop it and restart so that this particular change will be effective. So let's rerun. And then let's copy paste this particular file and create another file. And I'm going to put this one into the input directory so that it will be copied to the output folder. Let's do a refresh. Okay, the test1 file is copied from input directory to the output directory. Now you can see that this file is not moved into the .camel folder. The reason is we have put the no operation equal to true. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.